Hi and welcome to MemberSplash. The topic today is the events calendar, which is included in both the MemberSplash Essentials and Premium plan levels. To clarify a little further, Essentials customers receive the basic version of the events calendar, while Premium customers receive the enhanced version. But I'm going to share the most commonly used capabilities, which are applicable to both versions. So the obvious things about an events calendar is that it makes it very easy to communicate activities with your membership in a format that everyone's familiar with. So you can create one-time or recurring events. The events can all be color-coded so that it's easy to locate what you're looking for as a club member. You can click through on calendar items for additional details or potentially even to sign up for an event. And you can also get filtered view of the event categories. So if you're only interested in dive team events or social events or board events, you can filter the calendar to limit your view to just those events. Okay, let's take a look. As you can see, I've already logged into the back end of the MemberSplash system. And we're going to navigate to the events area. So again, if you're an Essentials or Premium customer, just move to the navigation on the left-hand side and click or hover over events. But we'll start by taking a look at the calendar view. You as an administrator can always see what the calendar is going to look like, which is really useful as you go through and make updates that you can quickly check to see how things are appearing on your calendar. You will notice on the calendar view from the back end that events in the past are slightly grayed out and events that are upcoming are on the calendar and in a little bit brighter shade. So this is the back end view of the member calendar. Let's take a look at one important aspect of the calendar before we go in and add a one-time event and add a recurring event. And that area is called categories. Establishing categories for your events is the place where you can apply the color coding. And you can see I've got a number of different events already categorized. So I've got fundraiser events, board events, the general pool hours, master swim, and social events with associated color coding. The idea here again is that the calendar items that appear in your member view will have color coding, which again makes it easier for them to identify what's going on. So we're going to add a new category here called Swim Team. There's no parent category. We don't really need a description here, but let's go to the section on color. We want to make sure that it's something that stands out. So a great place to start is by assigning a color. Let's make this kind of a bright yellow. So I'm clicking here and choosing a yellow color. And it assigns this category and this color to the category of Swim Team. We click Add New Category. And now you'll see over here on the right-hand side that the Swim Team has now been established as a category with the color of yellow. Now let's take a quick look at adding an event for the Swim Team. The swim team is going to want to practice every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's add a new event. So again, over in the events area, you can simply click on Add New, and it brings up the Add New screen. Guess what? The new event is going to be called Swim Team. And we can add detail here. So when your members see the Swim Team event on the calendar, if they click on that event, the page that you create here is going to be what they see. So let's do a couple of things here. Let's start by adding an image that makes the page a little more interesting. And you may recall from web pages that you can easily add media, and that includes adding images from your media library. So let's take a look at our media library, and let's find something that's going to be a good image for the swim team. I'm going to click Insert into Event. So we've got a great picture, an image of the swim team from last year at one of their meets. I'm going to center that image. And now I'm also going to include some text associated with this, this activity. I'm just cutting and pasting, so that may seem like cheating, but now I've given a little bit of a description of what it is like to be on the swim team. And in addition to the information, I might want to direct my members to additional information related to the swim team. So why don't we go ahead and put in a URL associated with the Stingray swim team page. I'm just selecting the URL that I've already got in place and copying it, and I'm going to include it as a link here. And under please check out our Stingray swim team page, I'm going to add this link. Enter. So that's really all there is to it. Now we have a specific page that's been designed in case people do click through to look for more information. The other things that we want to make sure to do at this stage are make sure that we include it as the category swim team so that when this is added to the calendar, it'll be easily identifiable. And of course, we want to publish. You don't have to publish if you are thinking that there may be additional work before you're ready to publish this calendar event. You can always save it as a draft, but we're ready. Let's click publish. So at this point, we've added a nice image related to the swim team. We have some text related to what's going on. We've added a link, but we need to do a little bit more. We haven't actually added the event to the calendar yet. We've just provided the basis. So let's get to the section on event details. Now, these may not really match perfectly with what your swim team is going to do, but let's select when does this event start. And we're going to start up in 2 weeks on Monday, the 27th. Practices will begin in the morning at 9 a.m. Practices will end at 11 a.m. It's not an all-day event. And there will be recurrence. How often it's going to recur? It will recur weekly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And how far into the future will this event recur? We'll pick our future date on the calendar. Again, most swim teams aren't practicing September, October, November, December, but it'll work for our demonstration. So we've got the dates, we've got the times, we've got the future indicated, we've got the category checked. We simply click update. And this item has been added to the calendar. Let's take a quick look at how this will appear on our calendar. Going back to the calendar view. So you can see that beginning on Monday the 27th, we've got a swim team practice scheduled for Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. And you can see this bright new color related to swim team. So everything looks to be working extremely well at this point. Let's do one more example of a one-time event. With this upcoming one-time event, we're going to want to allow our members to see the event on the calendar and sign up for it directly from the calendar. So how will that work? Well, let's go back to Add New. And we're going to add the summer picnic. Oh, make it the end of summer picnic. Now again, you'll recognize that we have an ability to edit things that are going to appear on this calendar. So let's add some media, something that'll make it look like the picnic might actually be worth going to. I always feel like pictures of food get people going. So let's select a picture of some hamburgers and insert that into the event. The other thing is that your members can easily click on a link, or you can add a form to a page. In this case, let's put a form directly on the page. First, let me center that image. Now I'm going to click Add Form. I've built a number of forms, so I just simply need to select one. The Club Barbecue form will work well. Insert Form. So now you'll see that you've got a gravity form that's been installed. I actually want that below the image though, so let me just take this. And when is the event? This event is a month from today. The event begins at 4 p.m. and runs until 9 p.m. with no recurrence. That really should be all we need to do in order to add this to the calendar, except for one thing. This is a social event. We already have a category for it. I click Social and click Publish. So now that's been added to the calendar. Let's take another look at the calendar view. So you can see that your one-time event now appears. It's next month. There it is, the end of summer picnic. Your members will be able to click through on this. You as an administrator are going to see event details, and you can look at any event bookings from this page. But let's go back out to our site and take a look at what the experience of your members is going to be, both for the recurring swim team as well as the end of summer picnic. So I'm going to visit the site and click on Calendar. A couple of things you'll notice. There is our swim team event, our practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remember, we put some specific information behind the calendar item. So let's click on that now, and you'll see the page that we produced. At the top, it gives the event details, and it says, when does this event begin? When does it end? What are the upcoming dates of the event? And additional information. So there's that pretty image that we put up. Here's the information on the swim team, and here's the link to the Stingray swim team page for further information. So that looks like it's worked out really well. Now let's take a look at our one-time event, which is next month. So let's click over to October. And there's the end of summer picnic. Remember, it also has click-through information and an ability for families to sign up. Now it looks like I needed to update my form a little bit further, but in this case, again, what's the event? What are the details? When's it happening? And here's the sign-up information, including the ability for families that are members of the club to not only sign up, but to pay, so that you'll know how many people are coming. Your treasurer will know how much money is showing up in the club account. And your members will have a very easy time participating in the event as well. This was really intended as a high-level view of the events calendar and the capability that it brings to you as a club administrator for communicating important events that are happening at the club. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking with you on our next video.